Hello everyone in YouTube land, we love roasting back here as always. Alright, this is going to be my most anticipated movies for 2016. My 20 most anticipated movies for 2016. I didn't know I was going to be 20 when I was writing these down. I was just kind of going through a bunch of random movies for 2016. Movies that I'm most looking forward to. My list may be the same as yours. I don't know what movies you're looking forward to this year, but it's going to be a great year for movies. Great year for comic book movies, actually. Just a great year for movies in general, it just looks amazing. And, it's January, obviously, it's the New Year's still, and I know there's going to be probably tons of other movies in later in the year that come up that go, wow, look at that indie horror movie, look at that, look at all those indie movies, or just whatever, just random movies, but these are just kind of the main ones. I could do another one this summer, maybe. We'll have to wait and see, or at the end of this year, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, these are just my 20 movies so far that I'm looking forward to this year. The main ones, some obscure. Some of these I actually forgot they were coming out this year. I was like, wow, that's coming out this year. Wow, I did not know. But yeah, make a comment down below. Tell me what your most anticipated movie are. It doesn't have to be 20, 5, 10, whatever. Or just one, doesn't matter. But none of these are really in order. I just kind of wrote them down. The first two are in order. But yeah, number one is Captain America: Civil War. Do I need to say anything more? Come on. This and another one, I'll get to that later, is probably one of the biggest movies this year. It's a Marvel movie, obviously. It's Captain America: Civil War. It's a very important movie of the MCU. It's a very important story, and it's a very personal story, and it's just, I cannot wait for it. It's going to be amazing. That trailer was amazing. I don't know how many trailers were out. I think there's only one or two or whatever, or maybe just one, yeah. Next up here, Rogue One. A Star Wars story, that's what it's called. We don't know nothing about this movie. It's about rebels stealing the plans for the Death Star. That's what it says on the synopsis. But we don't know nothing about this movie at all. Just a little bit, but yeah, obviously no trailer. But yeah, here's your spin-off Star Wars movie. I think we're getting a Han Solo movie or whatever. Not that we really need it. I don't think we need Rogue One either. But I'm excited for Episode 8 and 9. Force Awakens was fucking awesome. I plan on seeing it a third time very soon. But yeah, Rogue One, it's a spin-off, and only thing we've seen is like one screenshot of the cast or whatever. But yeah, that's all I can say. We don't know anything about it, so. It's a Star Wars movie. I hope it. It's good. It says Star Wars in the title. It's Rogue One, a Star Wars story. If it just was called Rogue One, no one would know. Only probably the fans. But yeah. Next up here, Independence Day Resurgence. I did my reaction to the trailer not too long ago. Looks great. We're getting a sequel to that movie. Do we really need one? No. But it looks good, and it could become a franchise. It took this long, 20 years. So. About 20 years this year. It is actually 20 years, Independence Day. It makes me feel incredibly old, but I can't wait for it. Next up, I'm excited for it. I'm gonna see it, but I'm not like hyped. X-Men Apocalypse. Apocalypse doesn't look like Apocalypse. I don't know. It could end up being a good movie like First Class and Days of Future Past. I know a lot of people didn't like Days of Future Past. Whatever. I liked it. I think my favorite X-Men movie has to be First Class or The Wolverine. Probably First Class, but. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Apocalypse is a really big villain, and yeah, a lot of people are making fun of him that, online, that he looks like Ivan Ooze, and he does, and he really does. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Next up here, Finding Dory. Now, this is not really needed. I'm kind of sick of the Pixar sequels. We're getting Toy Story 4, we're getting Incredibles 2, which a lot of people want, and I'm surprised they haven't made 4 or 5 Incredible movies by now, because superhero movies are so popular. I don't know why they haven't. Obviously, they have original ideas, but they're just making sequels to movies that people do care for, but we don't need sequels to these movies. Like, we really don't need Finding Dory, we don't need Toy Story 4. That's just dumb, it's a perfect, complete trilogy, this Toy Story trilogy is so complete. Just awesome. But Finding Dory, it looks funny. A lot of people like the Dory character. Obviously, Finding Nemo was a huge hit when it came out. I remember that. Yeah, Dory was a really popular character, very funny. Ellen DeGeneres obviously does the voice, but yeah, just very, very, very funny. But we'll have to wait and see. So I can't wait. I still need to see Good Dinosaur. Inside Out was fun. It was really good. But yeah, next up, really a movie that I think is a huge risk. One of the biggest risks I think in comic book, any comic movie in a long time. Probably since Watchmen, I think. Or, any of the Marvel movies, I guess. But it's Deadpool. I'm gonna see it. It looks all right from the trailer. I'm kind of worried about the movie though, because I'm not laughing at all when I see the trailer. I'm not really laughing at all. I think the jokes are kind of lame and the humor is kind of forced. I said this in my other video, but yeah, I just think it's kind of, I don't know. It looks really forced. I don't know. The costume looks alright. They're putting a lot of work into that, and they've been releasing a lot of videos on this movie. They really want people to see it, and I'm kind of worried for that. When you see a lot of fucking trailers for something like that, and I think it's coming out February, or it's coming out end of this month. I forgot. I think it's coming out in February, but I'm kind of worried about it because they're just releasing so many like teasers and videos of like Ryan Reynolds in the suit and doing weird stuff and whatever. They released a lot of holiday type videos or whatever, but I don't know. We'll just wait and see. But yeah, next up here is probably one of the biggest movies along with Captain America and Rogue One, and that's Batman v Superman, or Batman, Superman, and Dawn of Justice. It's gonna make probably billions. I think it could make as much as Force Awakens. I think it could beat it probably as much as big as Star Wars is. But this is Batman and Superman. This is the first movie to have Batman and Superman in one movie. First live action movie to have them both. I'm not excited for it, but I put it on here because it's Batman and Superman. I'm gonna see it. I'm probably gonna see it a couple times. I like Zack Snyder. I think he does some good movies. I don't know. It just looks too cluttered. Too many characters. Doomsday. Why is Doomsday there? I don't know. You gotta have a threat, I guess. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg. And is this a Justice League movie, or is this a Batman Superman story? It just looks really bloated. So, we'll have to wait and see. Next up here, Jungle Book. Looks really good. Forgot his name. Jon Favreau, I think. I think I'm pronouncing his last name right. He directed Iron Man 1 and 2. Elf. Oh, shit, I forgot the other movie he directed. It's really good. It's really underrated. And I forgot the name of it. Shit, maybe I'll remember it later. But he's directed a lot of movies, started with comedies, but he's making a lot of big budget, movies. He also did Cowboys and Aliens. That's not the movie I forgot, though. But he's directed another movie I forgot. It's really good. It's like, goddamn. Anyways, but yeah, he's directed a lot of awesome movies. Jungle Book looks really good. I'm really picky when it comes to Disney live-action movies. Maleficent was alright. Into the Woods, Obviously, there's been a lot of live-action Disney movies, but I think the last ones that are really a big hit were obviously, Pirates of the Caribbean movies. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Looks really good, though. Looks really magical and awesome. I like Jungle Book. Next one up here is a movie that I'm not too, a thing that I'm not too familiar with, but obviously it has some familiar characters, obviously, and that's Suicide Squad. Obviously it has the Joker and all that stuff, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We haven't seen too many trailers for this. We haven't seen any trailers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some screenshots of the Joker. That was a pretty big reveal when that was revealed. With his face, who's playing the Joker. My mind's blanking right now. I don't know why. It's late, really late. It's like almost 1:30 in the morning. But yeah, Suicide Squad could be a big hit. It doesn't come out until August of this year. So yeah, end of summer movie, I guess. But we'll have to wait and see. Can't wait to see the trailer. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the story or just anything of it. So yeah. Next up here is a movie that I'm really looking forward to. I don't know about anybody else because I like the other movies. It's the new Bourne movie. The Bourne movies with Matt Damon. They're really good spy movies. I love them. So we really don't need another. I still haven't seen Bourne Legacy. Bourne Identity is still my favorite out of all the movies. The first one, but yeah, I think they're based on books or whatever. But yeah, I still haven't seen Bourne Legacy. Next up here, Kung Fu Panda. I like the first two movies. They're probably one of my favorite DreamWorks movies out there. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about this movie because it's coming out end of January, I believe, or something like that. And it looks really good, though. It does really it looks good. But any movie that comes out in January, February, you kind of worry about, though. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, The Boy. It's a horror movie. It's one of the very few horror movies that's coming out this year. I was kind of looking, when I was making this list, I was looking for any horror movies that are coming out this year, and it's like horror is just dead than dead right now, but you still have some horror movies coming out. Some indie ones, but The Boy looks really good. It's like this girl is taking care of this little boy or whatever, and it's a doll. He's like Chucky or whatever. I mean, we already had another doll-like movie, and that was Annabelle and The Conjuring. But this does it could people's reactions are kind of it could be shitty, and I think it's PG-13. I'm kind of just so tired of PG-13 horror movies. I know that sounds kind of ignorant, but I know that brings in a lot of audience. But I just don't like PG-13 horror movies. When you make a horror movie, it should be R, or maybe unrated, or whatever. But that's just me. Should go all out. I'm not just talking about gore or whatever, but just be scary, I don't know. It just, well, I don't know. I'm not going to see it in theaters, though. We'll wait. Next up, a movie that I totally forgot that was coming out this year, and it's really big, and he was just revealed. And Benedict Cumberbatch plays him, and that is Doctor Strange. That's really huge. I think it's coming out this year. That's news to me. I mean, I was looking at IMDb, I was like, is it really coming out this year? I forgot. But, yeah, Doctor Strange. It looks great so far from his costume and the way he looks really good. Can't wait to see the trailer, but Scott Derrickson is directing it. Directed Emily Rose, Possession of Emily Rose or whatever, and yeah, he directed a couple other horror movies, but yeah, I think he's perfect to direct this movie. But yeah, I cannot wait. Doctor Strange, another big risk for comic book movies and movies in general. A big risk for Hollywood. Next up, I'm going to go through some of these real quick here, but a lot of them I'm really excited for. I want to talk about it, but I don't want the video to go on too long. But next up here is The Secret Life of Pets. That looks really funny. I saw this trailer a couple of times when I went to Star Wars. But yeah, you can check out the trailer, obviously. It looks really funny. It looks really, really funny. And one of my favorite anime. It's probably one of my most anticipated animated movies of this year. But yeah, it looks really, really incredibly funny. Next up, I cannot wait for this movie. I really can't. I know people hated the first movie, but TMNT Out of the Shadows, the sequel to the 2014 TMNT movie. Yeah, I cannot wait for this movie. I think it was announced that Krang is in this movie. And obviously Bebop and Rocksteady are in it, and they look great. And I cannot wait for this movie. I cannot wait. If you're a TMNT fan, you should be excited for this movie. But next up, another movie I totally forgot that was coming out this year, and it's Rob Zombie's 31. I forgot what this movie's about. I think it's about like a bunch of murder, like a bunch of people have to survive a murder town or murder something. I forgot. I need to go on IMDb and look that up. But it's Rob Zombie's 31. I love Rob Zombie's movies. House of Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, obviously, Lords of Salem. Obviously, I liked it, but I know a lot of people didn't. Rob Zombie's Halloween, but yeah, he's a good director. He really has like a lot of good ideas, and his movies are very visual and just very, very awesome ideas for horror movies. Very violent too. His movies are very, very gory and violent. And Lords of Salem was a movie that messed me up the first time I watched it, because I watched it in the middle of the night and I was very scared, and I thought I was dreaming, having a nightmare. But yeah, I cannot wait for 31 though. Next up, The Purge 3. I know a lot of people probably are not thinking about that at all, but yeah, I didn't like the first Purge. I like Purge Anarchy. That was a good horror action movie, and yeah, just a really good idea, good concept for a horror movie. But the second one was better. The first movie should have been like the second one. I mean, the second one that's awesome. But the first one was just a typical generic home invasion movie. It was nothing special at all. But Purge Anarchy, if you haven't seen it, go see it. Next up, Pride and Prejudice. I can't even read writing. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. yeah, this movie is very interesting. Based on a book, and it's about these girls that fight zombies, and it's like the 19th century or whatever. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Yeah, it's like the 19th century, and they're like fighting zombies, and it kind of reminds me of the concept a little bit like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, if anyone's seen that. It has that same I don't know, it's just really weird. Obviously, that was vampires, but I don't know. I think this movie could be a really underrated cult hit. But yeah, I think it's based on a book, and yeah, I think it could be really good. You know, yeah, girls in the 19th century fighting zombies. I believe that's what it is. Just go read the synopsis on IMDb. There's no trailer. There is a trailer, I think. Yeah, go check it out. 3 more here. The next up here, I'm not too excited for it, but you know, it's another spin-off, and it's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's a spin-off of Harry Potter. I'm not too familiar with this, actually. I'm really not. I think the book is out. I'm not really sure or what. But yeah, it's a spin-off of Harry Potter. I think it takes place before Harry, and everything that you know about Harry Potter, it takes place way before, years and years and years and years before that. I don't know. I'm good with Harry Potter the way it is. I don't need any spin-offs or prequels or any more sequels, whatever. I don't need anything else. I think it's fine the way it is. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with the story at all. But I'm gonna see it, see what it's all about, obviously. But yeah. Next up here is something that I'm not familiar with again at all, and it's a Steven Spielberg movie. This is the last one on the list, but yeah, it's called BFG, Big Friendly Giant. Yeah, I think it's a book or a cartoon or whatever. I think it's a cartoon, but yeah, I'm not familiar with it at all. But Spielberg hasn't made any decent movies in years, and I'm really excited for this because he's been making nothing but biopics and war movies and whatever. Yeah, BFG, Big Friendly Giant. The trailer is online. It's like a teaser trailer. There's nothing really to go off from, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's just my top 20 movies of 2016. What are yours? Maybe you have the same list as me, maybe not. I didn't know this video was going to go on that long. But anyways, yeah, comment down below. Top 5, top 10 movies, top 3, whatever that you're looking forward to this year. So, yeah, peace out. More random videos coming soon. Nothing really going on for gaming news at the moment. Maybe I'll think of some topics here and there. But, yeah, peace out. Later. Bye.